Hi,
Hello.
hello.
Welcome to Enlight Live. I'm Moore.
And I'm Joseph.
I am the support specialist here at Lightrix and at Enlight.
And I am the visual artist of Lightrix.
Today we're going to start with the ring tutorial. And if you have any questions, comments, you want to ask us anything, do so in the comment section and like and share and
Spread the world to the world.
spread the word to the world.
Yes.
All right.
That's what I said.
Okay, shall we?
Okay, let's start. Let's begin. So,
Hi, my dad. Welcome back.
hi. This is what we're gonna do today. It's called the ring. Basically, because we have created a ring. And in case you haven't seen the last tutorial, this is the one that we did, and it's very cool. You can check it out. It's in our Facebook page. Also, it's in YouTube. So you should check it out, and we will have there all kinds of stuff and all the stuff that we have done. So you definitely want to check that out. So let's begin. We're gonna need basically two images. One image of an athlete or any person or living being that is jumping or doing any
Action.
Yeah, that's a good word. And basically what's important here is that you can see the whole shape of the character very clearly. As you can see here, you can see all these edges, and it's very clear to see the differentiate the character from the background. And the second image we're gonna need is a background color, and that one we're gonna create it with our duo tool. So I'm gonna use this same image to create this background. You don't have to do it, but I like to do it because it will make sure that I'm working with the same resolution all the time, and then I'm not gonna have any surprises when I'm taking like maybe a very small picture, like a small background, and I'm gonna put there a big picture, and then I'm gonna have all kinds of pixels that I didn't saw before. So I recommend you to do this. It's a good way to work. So let's go to the menu, and we'll go to filters, and let's go to duo. Cool.
Hi, Tarang. Welcome.
Tarang,
So yeah,
hello.
ask us your questions while you're here and watching. Joseph just made a really good point about resolution. I really want to emphasize that point while he starts, that when you're using Mixer or that you want to make sure that your background photo is the same or a higher resolution than your top photo. That's really going to help in making sure that the effect afterwards doesn't get pixelated. So really want to emphasize that point because we do get that email a lot. We get questions about that a lot. So try to avoid it.
Yes. So basically very important. And let's tap the tools tab, and we'll tap the position so that we can see the colors. And then we're gonna choose colors. You can choose the same color for both color 1 and color 2, but I'm gonna choose different colors because I'm gonna make gradient to just add a little bit more of a cool effect to the whole composition. You'll see. Then
Just
we'll
living
add.
on the edge.
Yeah, I like danger. And I'm gonna choose like a little bit darker color and a more bright color, and I'm gonna choose blending mode normal so I can just see what I'm doing, and to make it flat. And let's go back to tools tab, and as you can see, I actually made it like a opposite. So I'm gonna choose the color 1 to this and color 2 to this, but I think I'm gonna turn it a little bit more reddish.
You see that Joseph swiped up on the color palette, and there, you want to show him how you did that?
I tap on the color, and then I'll see this whole all the color palette, and then if you drag this little black thing up, you'll have
Oop.
the whole color so that you control that you can actually
Right. So it doesn't have to be that specific color in the color palette. You can choose.
You can customize your colors basically. And you can drag them back and tap the color and get rid of it. And if you want to work on the position of the colors, you can just tap position and move around and play with the smoothness of the transition. So I think this is gonna work for now. And we're gonna start working. Let's tap the check mark, and you should save this with the share menu right here. And I already made this already, so I have my image here, and I'm gonna go back to my original, so I have now both images. Now basically I'm gonna start working with the color background, and I'm gonna go to menu, I'm gonna go to artistic, and I'm gonna go to elements. So now it's time to create our ring. I'm gonna choose first the silhouette, now the outline circle here, and I'm gonna place it right in the middle. It already comes to the middle, but just to make sure, just to feel that click, you know, when it taps into the middle. And we're gonna add another one, and we're gonna tap the plus button right here, and we're gonna go to tools, and we're gonna go to color, and we're gonna change it to black right there. And now we're gonna move it, we're gonna place it in the center, and we're gonna make it just slightly bigger than the white. But you want to place it exactly in the edge of the white one. Later you will see why. So let's zoom in and check that it is actually like that. And yes, we have it. And that's it. We're gonna tap the check mark, and we're gonna go back to the elements because we're gonna now create our shadow. We need the small shadow on the bottom, so we're gonna now choose the full circle, which is the second element, and let's go to Tools tab, Color, and let's turn it to black. And we're gonna make it smaller, right? And now some people were asking in the tutorial, right, about this step, that it was kind of hard to make this transform. Actually, we want to transform this shape into an oval. And once you tap the transform, you just have to tap on the dots of each corner, and then you can move it around. Now, if it's hard for you to choose the dot, you can just deselect the transform, and then also tap on the screen, and then you can zoom in, and then it will be more easier for you to transform. Then you tap again on the shape, you tap on the transform, and then you start shaping, and it should make it easier for you.
So there's a few things here. First of all, you have to notice when the blue border is around the shape. If the blue border is around the shape, then you can adjust it. If you tap the screen again, the blue border will disappear, and then you can zoom in. Once you're zoomed in, tap again, and you'll see the blue border appears again. And so then you can really adjust it. You can adjust it when you're much, much closer, and then the precision is much better. You're able to do this also with text. Really focus on the blue border when it's around anything that you're adding to an image. So you could see here, Joseph really zoomed in, and then he tapped it, so he was able to transform the image. It'll be much easier for you. There were a lot of questions in the comments today about specifically turning this into an oval, so that should do it for you. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments in the meantime.
See, that easy? It's just very simple step. So now let's make sure it's in the middle, and you want to put it not too close to the ring. You'll see why. And just make sure it's in the middle somewhere there, and that's fine. And now we're just gonna lower the opacity. Let's go to blending, and let's make it down to 25. 25 sounds good to me. And let's stop the check mark, and that's it for now. Now we're gonna go to our next step.
Colors.
We're gonna turn these into a 3D object by using the tool of Duo. So let's go to the menu.
In the meantime, I'll say hi to our Viewers, hi Kim and Namtrong, welcome. Ask us your questions, give us any comments you might have. Just say hi, tell us where you're from.
Yeah, that's also very interesting.
We like to know.
Okay, basically now we're gonna go to Tools tab, and so follow carefully. This could be tricky, but it's actually very simple. You just need to tap on the color 1, and we're gonna choose white. Then we're gonna go to color 2, and we're gonna choose any color but a dark one. Just make sure that it's like a dark color. So I'm gonna make this color a little bit more darker with my color widget, something like that, and that's it. And now we're gonna tap the position so we can see what we're doing, and we're gonna tap the shape and we're gonna change it to linear, and we're gonna flip it in a diagonal angle. In a diagonal. That's it. That's good enough. And let's tap the Tools tab, and we're gonna go to blending mode, and we're gonna choose the hard light. Okay. And basically now we're gonna go to mask, clear, and we're gonna start applying the effect over the black ring. And make sure to zoom in to get precision, because if you don't, then it could be more tricky.
All right. Hi Jamie, welcome from the Netherlands, and Carol, and Talon, I hope I said your name right, wants to know if we are releasing a version for iMac. Something we're thinking about, but it's definitely not in the plans just yet. It's definitely something that we're thinking about in the future, but I don't have a timeline for you. Sorry.
You should definitely try the iPad version, the iPad Pro. It's
That's true. It's a much larger screen. If you find that it's harder for you to get precision with an iPhone, even though if you zoom in, you can really get all the way into the pixel level. But also with an iPad, you have a larger surface, so you can definitely try it with that.
Yeah.
Also, you'll notice while Joseph is doing that, he really zoomed in, and he also used both of his fingers at the same time to move around the image so that he doesn't accidentally erase or add a filter in a spot he doesn't want, which is also something a lot of people ask us about. So if you want to move around the image so you can really get precise, use both of your fingers, and that's also very helpful.
Yeah. So basically, as you can see, I'm now playing with my widget, so I can place the position of the gradient in the right place on the ring. And if I move it like here, it's gonna be too bright, and if I move it here, it looks fine to me. And basically, once we're happy with that shape, with that gradient, we can just tap the flatten button right here. And now we're gonna go and do the same thing, but with the white ring. And we're gonna do this, but in the opposite. So now the color 1, as you remember, it was the white one. So I'm gonna choose now the dark color for the color 1. So now let's go to this, and let's make it darker. And we're gonna tap color 2, and now this time this is gonna be the white. All right, and we're gonna go to shape, linear, and we're gonna do the same diagonal movement, just like that. And we're gonna go to Tools tab again, blending mode, and now this time we're gonna use multiply. Very important. Multiply. First time it was hard light, and now it's multiply. And now we're gonna go to mask, clear, and we're gonna start applying the effect on the white ring.
All right. For those who didn't know before, what that bottom facing downward arrow is at the bottom right over there, that's the flatten button. So that allows you to do Duo again without it affecting your first time.
Yeah, from 0. New beginning.
You can find the flatten button in a bunch of tools like Mixer as well. So always take a look down there. Sometimes you'll see a plus sign there, like in text. and that also allows you to add another text log. So take a look at the buttons around. You might find some things that you didn't notice that you were able to do with the app. And don't forget to ask us questions about anything that we're doing, or any questions you might have in general. We'd be happy to help. Marvin says it's awesome how easy this is, so we agree.
We totally agree.
And if you don't find it easy, that's okay, because we're here to help you.
Yeah.
You'll see that it's much easier than you think.
It's all about patience. If you're patient, basically you can do anything. I don't know what happened there.
Nobody noticed, don't worry.
Yeah, I think people
noticed.
That's okay. So as you can see now, all right. Now you see, it's cool because now it looks like a 3D object, and it's just very easy the way we did it. I'm gonna make it faster, but the more time you take to do it and to make it look good, it's gonna be better. I think I'm gonna make it a little bit more dark, the color. So I'm gonna go tap color 1 and make it just a little bit more dark. Looks fine to me.
Yeah, you could really tweak this how you like it. Take the time to do a composition that really looks good for you, something that you really like. And you notice that Joseph is going in and out of the Tools tab, so you're really able to adjust it. Just because you made a choice, it doesn't mean that you have to be stuck with it just there. You can, if you're still within the tool, you could still adjust it.
Yeah, and that's it. I'm gonna tap the check mark. And now what we want, we're gonna fix that shadow over there because it doesn't look very natural, right? It should be more blurred. So now let's go to the menu and let's go to Tools and Tilt Shift. And we're gonna make this small shadow into a very blurred. So now let's make this widget very small.
Yeah, so Tilt Shift is like blur. For those who don't know, if you're looking to blur any area in your photo or do the effect that we're doing now where most of the image is blurred, then you're looking for Tilt Shift, which is under Tools.
It's just a fancy word for
we're very fancy.
Yeah. So, and we're gonna go to intensity and we're gonna raise to 100. All right, but we don't want this effect on the whole picture, so we just want it on the shadow. So let's mask, and let's go to mask, and we're gonna clear, and we're gonna just apply the effect on the shadow, just like that. That easy.
Looks good.
And that's it. Let's tap the check mark, and now all we need is to add our athlete, and we're done. So we're gonna go to Mixer, that is in Tools, and we're gonna add the picture.
If you guys have any questions in the meantime, don't forget to write it in the comments, and we'll answer them.
And also share. There might be a lot of people out there that want to know how to make a ring and how to put athletes on them, so it's very important.
Specifically that.
So this is your
but more
chance to
importantly,
help.
that it looks 3D is also a really cool effect. So
Yes.
it's worth it to share it.
Okay, now let's go to Tools, Erase, and let's start erasing the background. And you're gonna see now that if you choose very high resolution with the clear edges, you're gonna see how easy it is to remove the background. It's just because this tool works amazing. This is basically why, and it's just so simple. It does the whole job for you.
Yeah, it's quite seamless. Yeah.
Just pay attention to the details. Don't let any pixels around just floating there.
But you see how even precise Joseph is getting with the shoelaces, the space in between the shoelaces. This is all possible. So zoom all the way into the pixel level, because that'll really help you find exactly where you need to erase.
Yes. And if it is, if it will be a low resolution, it'll be much harder, So just always try to do high resolutions. Also because when you share it, or maybe if you want to do something cool with it, maybe just you want to print it, you could print it at your home and have you could get it framed or something. and then you did something very cool, but then when you're gonna print it, it's like not such a good resolution. So
That would be a shame.
that would be a shame. And so always try to think forward. You never know what could happen when you are using Enlight.
So let's say hi to some people who joined us. Erin and Shanti. She says, thank you so much for the tutorial. You're welcome. Or look at all of our tutorials. You can find it on our blog at enlightapp.com, and then look at the tutorial section, Tutorial Tuesday. All of our tutorials are there. And if you have any questions, you can write them in the comments here. If we don't get to it now, we'll get to it afterwards under the tutorial, or you can also email our support at support@enlightapp.com, and we will answer you.
Definitely. Now we can just place our character in the place that we want it to be. Somewhere here looks fine to me. And now we're gonna erase some areas to make it look like it's actually going through the ring. And I'm gonna choose this leg, and I'm gonna start erasing from here. Very simple.
Marvin is asking if we'll follow even more tutorials like this. If you're asking if we have more tutorials like this, we do. We do a tutorial every Tuesday. We put up a tutorial every Tuesday on Facebook and on our blog. And then we do a live Wednesday to go over that tutorial. So if you check out the tutorial section, all of them are written down in 4 steps. And then if you go to our YouTube page, then you'll see also that we have all of the YouTube videos of these lives.
Whoa.
Do you hear that, baby?
I think I'm listening to something weird here.
Oh no.
All right.
Okay.
I think it's my dog. I didn't put water.
If someone is so excited about this tutorial, they want to come in and see what we're doing.
Yeah. All right. I think actually we're pretty much done here. It looks pretty cool. And let's stop the check mark. I'm gonna just add some filter to make it look even cooler. So let's go to filters, analog, and let's go to tools. Cool. And basic. I'm gonna set up my own filter, but you can just choose any preset. Right. They have a bunch of cool presets. Oh, that actually this is quite good.
Right. You could choose your preset, and remember you can go to Tools tab and tweak any preset or do your own, make your own preset. Matt Laporta asked if we produce our own original photos or do you borrow from Google Images?
Actually, we use sometimes Shutterstock or what else?
Well,
iStock.
Right. So we use our own, we definitely get stock photos, and we make sure for licensing issues that we definitely have those stock photos. But you can get, for you, if you're interested, free high resolution stock photos on websites like Pexels.com and Pixabay.com and Unsplash, and so you can do that. You can also use your photos with Enlight. You don't have to just use these stock photos. Joseph also does that, right?
Yes.
We had a tutorial not too long ago where you took images also from your traveling. So you don't necessarily have to use high resolution stock photos, but you can use your own photos that you've taken with your camera.
Yeah, that is also a very good.
With your iPhone camera.
It's gonna make it even more original because nobody has those photos, just
Right.
you. Okay, that's it. I finished my work here, and we can actually upload it to Instagram.
Sounds good.
All right.
Get creative.
Let's go. Let's get creative. Let's tap on the share menu and let's go to Instagram. Copy to Instagram. And this looks just fine. Something like this. Center.
In the middle.
Next. No filter. And now let's add some cool caption. Something like get into the ring of
creativity.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Or we jump through the ring.
All right, jump.
Do you guys have ideas? Let us know. Something more Give us something cooler than what we just taught.
All right, maybe like
jump through the ring of creativity. That's what.
through. This is how you write through.
We'll switch
like
the
this.
H. Yeah.
Through the ring of creativity. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And let's go to and light up.
Don't forget when you are also sharing photos with us on Instagram to tag us with hashtag and light up.
Yes, and
Ring of Power.
Ring of Power.
Yeah, Matt.
I think that's
a really good idea. That's cooler.
all right. Let's do that
Do
one.
it.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Thanks, Matt.
Ring power.
Ring power.
Ring power. All right.
Yeah.
Now let's share it to the world.
And there we
There
go.
you go. And also, you can check our Instagram page, and also to get some inspiration. We have a lot of stuff in there from users, and also all the tutorials out there. So you should definitely check them out.
You
if
should
you're-
also check out Joseph's Instagram. Do you want to tell them a little bit
Yeah.
about that?
So you can just go and search Nada space, Nada, like here. Check it out. It's also my personal Instagram, and I have also all kinds of stuff in there if you like. And that's it. That's basically about it. So check it out, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned to the next Tutorial Tuesday.
Yes.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.